Something I'd like to show you I've been doing is some decoupage, and we take the pictures, and I actually cut out some pictures based on my backgrounds in YouTube, and you put a coating on them and then attach them to these paper mache boxes. I did all the sides on the bottom, and because the lid comes down on the top, I didn't put any pictures on there. I just put some gold paint, and then of course there's the top of the box, and it has one of my new favorite Joker pictures, again from my YouTube page. Another one that I made is based on the fire scene, and I found some letters that spell out Joker, and I put those on there. And you put about 5 or 6 coats of the decoupage gloss covering that you put over the paper that you have already coated with something. The inside, and I've got gold paint all around the outside and gold paint on the bottom, and it's a cute little box. Not sure what I'm going to do with it, but it's going to hold some real special things because it's got the Joker on it.
And I thought my jokes were bad.
Some of the other pictures that I have, I took some wallpapers and I shrunk them down so they'd fit on these very small 2 by 3.5 inch magnets. So I made some magnets for work, and there's one of my wallpapers, one of my favorite wallpapers. It's got a lot of the violent stuff that the Joker has on it. And here's another one just based on 3 pictures with a knife, and it's just some of my artwork that I made into some magnets for me to take to work. There's about 4 or 5 coats of the paper glaze on each one of these, and then I put them on the sticky side of these magnets very carefully. Usually you have to squeegee them out in case you get any bubbles underneath, because there's no forgiving on the stickiness of these magnets.
It's not about money. It's about sending a message. Everything burns.
Hi, I finished up the little Joker pole with the cute little Harley picture and some Swarovskis. I added a ribbon and some more dangly things right there. I'm probably going to put that as a zipper pull. Got a little clasp up here on my hoodie that I wear all the time.
This talent deserves a better class of criminal. I'm going to give it to him.
To catch you up on a couple of other things that I had started where I hadn't finished them on the last video, I finished this one pocket magnet type thing. I glued a bunch of sequins around it, and it makes it a little bit more flashier. That's one of my favorite pics of him in the truck. Here's one of my favorite pics of Nurse Joker, the sexiest cross-dressing maniac clown I've ever seen. And I put some really pretty sequins along the side and some beads along the top and the bottom. I actually tried it with one type of glue that didn't work real well, so I went and got some E6000. It's a very strong crafting industrial strength glue, and that seems to dry clear, and it looks really nice. And this is just the plastic one, where it's plastic, and but they're usually pretty plain looking, so I just added that to jazz it up a little bit. I've been trying some different things on wood. I found some small wood pieces in Michael's in the wood section, and I put a couple of Joker pictures, again based probably on some artwork that I did in Photoshop, and I put a couple of layers of decoupage over the top of that. And since the sides were so plain, I put some gold paint, just some regular acrylic gold paint. Here's a small oval one with another good picture of the Joker, and of course that has the gold paint around the outsides. I'm not certain what I'm going to do with those. Those could go on some multimedia, or I could make them into magnets or something else, not sure. This was a modified picture from Photoshop. I think it's another one off of one of my wallpapers. And it has a couple of really cool pics of the Joker with some special coloring. I used some paper glaze on that, a couple coats of paper glaze. I glued that to cardboard, which had the silver backing on it, and I put that inside of a frame, and it's one of those scrapbooking frames. I put some different colors of acrylic paint to kind of match the picture background, some aqua and a kind of a light blue on the frame itself to give it some color and some depth, and I added some very tiny little seed beads, side 15 seed beads, that give it some depth also and make it look kind of pretty. I'm probably going to put a pin back on that and make that into a pin, and I'll wear that on my jean jacket.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Last thing I want to show you is a Joker picture that I made, a Nurse Joker picture, and then I had glued it to a frame, and it's got the micro suede on the back. I added a little tiny Swarovski sparkly crystal bead there, and I put it on some leather cord and made just a little Chinese knot in it there, or a Celtic knot if you want to call it that. And I put that clasp on it, and we call it a necklace. Don't really have an update on the multimedia or the wire cut project. I kind of pulled away from those temporarily to work on some other things, so hopefully I'll be catching those crafts back up. Like I said in the other videos, sometimes you don't always work on things straight. You work on them as ideas come to you. So I've been working on a lot of different things, and hopefully I'll be able to get to those very shortly. I want to thank everybody for watching. Take care.
You see, I like art's simple taste. I enjoy dynamite, gunpowder, and gasoline. What's it? And you know the thing that they have in common? They're cheap.